Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Well, I just thought I'd do this update slightly different, see how it works out and see if you prefer it that way, this way. What I've got on the table is all the subsections of the chassis. So I've got the two sides of the chassis, that's all been built up. Just get my big finger in there. We've got the front and rear axle, all the engines been done, petrol tanks, front bumper or fender, we've got the split box to make it four-wheel drive, rear tow hitch, and we've got the wheels. Now these are all the bits, just, you know, these are all the sub-assemblies to make the actual chassis, which the next bit up will actually be the chassis assembled. Right, there we go, all the chassis together, all the leaf springs on, the axles, the engines in, the split box, the drive shafts, back axles in there, the little tow hitch at the back, and on this side the same, we've got all the leaf springs on, fuel tank, the radiators in, which will come out again because I will do a little bit of painting around there. I'll paint that blade red as I normally do. Around to the front, the bumper on, fender, whatever you want to call it, that's all done. And see from the top, all the shafts are in, and underneath there's lots of little bits and pieces. It's been fiddly, but I've enjoyed it. Right, next thing for this is a little bit of a clean up, get rid of all the bits and pieces, bit of a wash, and then it's going to get sprayed. And next time you see this, it should be well, primed up, ready for a top coat. And as if by magic, it's a different colour. Right, it's all been sprayed, the frame, after some traumatic experiences with the Vallejo primer, but I won't go into that. But that's all done now, so the next time you see it, it will be, I'll have a top coat on, and then I'll start weathering and trying to make it look really good. And just like a chameleon, another change of colour. Right, I've put the top coat on, so this is my weathering coat, and next thing I'll do, I'll start doing some of the weathering, and the next time you see it, it should be a lot better looking than what it is now. So there we go. Like that. So like I say, next time we see it, all the underneath done. There's a few bits missing, but you'll see the reason why I do it in the red. It's just it's going to be a little bit of an experiment, and like I say, we don't see none of this, so it's going to be all hidden, because this one will definitely be buttoned down. Right, we'll see it again in a little while. And on the last one I said it'll be back looking better. I think it's nearly ready for the scrapyard now. Right, what I've been trying to do is I'm just been concentrating on trying to make, if I can get this up, trying to get the texture of the rust and getting the colours. I mean, this is still just a test bed. At the end of the day, we're not going to see any of this once the top is down. I'll take you around what I've done. The only little thing I had accident with, I just knocked the prop shaft out, so or the drive shaft just there, so I've got to glue that back in. But I feel I've got there with the rusting. Turn that round, because no two rusts were sort of created equal. And I'll bring it closer. I was trying to get the texture, and we all know rusts are right from different colours. I mean, you go from, you know, literally purples and pinks in some rust. Turn it over. I try to sort of like, with the camera going to play, is to sort of get that feel, because I've noticed lots of the rust is sort of, it's like a volcano, it sort of explodes out and shreds stuff around it. So that's what I've been trying to do. Now, it's not perfect, excuse my rocking hands, it's not perfect, but it gives me a good platform now to work from. Sorry John, I didn't put the spark plugs in or the leads this time, but like I say, it's just giving me that bit to actually sort of is the camera going to play? It's not. But the way the rust takes the paint off, and it's got that texture to it. You know, because rust isn't flat, but I feel that I'm getting there, and that gives me now a good little platform to work off. Now I can sort of improve. I really feel there's a lot more improvement to go there, but if you've got any suggestions, anything, you know, any tips to, you know, to push me in the right direction, please leave them on the comments, you know, because I know there's a wealth of experience and know-how out there, and I'm one of these people, I like to tap in and find out, because everybody learns then, you know, because you may pick up a little bit, oh, that's slightly different, and it works for everyone. So that's the chassis done. The next bit I'm starting on is the actual tanker itself, but things will be pretty slow, because I don't know if you can see in the background there, my paint rack is rather empty. I'm waiting for some paints to come in from AK, which they're wingling their way across the continent now. I've ordered quite a few weathering bits and pieces, so I'm going to do a bit more experimenting, pigments and bits like that. So like I say, I'm waiting for that, and also I ain't quite sure what cab to go with, the 12 or the 13, but that will be a separate thing. So thanks for sort of taking your time and having a look, and like I say, if you've got anything to push me in the right direction, show me. You know, I'll be even, you know, somebody else's channel, you know, suggestions, anything like that. I'm quite willing to, go and have a look and sort of like pick up new ideas. Right, thank you very much.